Okay, guys, we're back in business with the CTC team. This is going to be a quick chill live as we get back into the swing of things. I know I haven't recorded in over a week. Today's Wednesday. Last time I recorded was, I believe Monday, because those were pre-recorded vids. Hence them going out every other day as far as the Intellion videos. And then nothing this week. So, yeah. So CTC built this team and I'm going to be using it. Right. Very cool. Very cool. We're facing Sun. What's this at? 17, 56. I use this account like once every 10 days. So it gets up to like 18 and then decays the fuck back down. We'll make quick work of this opponent. Quick work now. Like his walking wakes are huge. This is not a great matchup. It's not a bad, but it's not great from a walking wake standpoint. That shit just washes me. I don't have any good water resist. But we'll make do. So what we're going to do here is force him to, because he's going to try to initiate some. But Back's matchup is amazing versus anything, really. We're going to force him to initiate the Sun early. If it's Scarf Flosion, I may have just lost. Just straight up. What I could also do is, I'm actually going to do it that way. This is a little more aggressive. What I'm going to do is Tusk to force Haddon, not because rocks are devastating. Very unlikely he'll use them, but I can knock off, which stops the eject stuff, which allows me to reposition into Cinderace unless he's going to Healing Wish straight up. He knows those Wish is annoying, but it's not the end of the world for me. Okay. So you're scum. Cool to know. The fact that he double nuzzle does imply that he'll likely switch here. Yeah, please fucking U-turn this time. God fucking. Now he gets to double if he wants to. Man, that fucking double para took me so far back. So far back. So far back. So far back. It's Speed Wake, which helps, but I'd rather have had the double so I don't have to be setting up, going for Rapid Spin, right? But it is what it is. We'll make do. He doesn't have any Azu switching, which is an upside, except for the, so he doubles to Torkoal, which is blessed. I guess well, I don't know why he doubled there. I mean, maybe he thought I was going to Terra Water. So that's amazing for us. So let's think this through. What's the... One turn of Sun. One turn of Sun. If I'm staring down Tusk walking away. Because he has no... U-turn here is best. It would be foolish of him to set up rocks, obviously. And I'm trying to think about what positioning is best. If I Tusk on his Torkoal, because he has no ground resist, obviously, we're going to be staring down his Great Tusk. So I can't double on that. If I Backs actually holds the most weight. Backs may just be a kill here. So Eons, which is good play. It works out for me though. I'd have liked for him to rocks because I want Cinderace as if it was going to attack. Battery's at 76. I can get a lot of mileage out of my Slitherwing right now. So one would assume Hatterene, though if he doubles to Wake, I'm in a bind. Hatterene being Nuzzle. Tusk has some merit too. Hatterene, Tusk. Gotta think this through. If he goes Tusk and Nox, that's kind of trash. If he goes mindlessly Lava Plumes, I can't go Slitherwing. Actually, yes, I can. Well, I'm gonna do Slitherwinging. Even if he Lava Plumes, yeah, I figured Hat would come in. And the beauty of Slitherwing is that it's super bulky. We may experience a nuzzle here. I can take advantage. Let me see if I go Cinderace, she's gonna go Torkoal. If I stay in and let him nuzzle, the Hatterene gets low, which means my Tuscan beat it. But the Slitherwing is good. Do I want him nuzzled? I don't. He fucking went back to Torkoal. Something told me, bro. Something told me. I'm going to Powerball this turn. Based on how he plays, he's going to lead the Torkoal into rocks. Excellent. It allows us to core change his rocks back. He may spin, but please, for the love of God, Cinderace, thank you. That is exactly what we needed. Big, big, big turn. Sure, Typhlosion about to put me in a bag. You know, a pack. Typhlosion would put me in a pack right now. But very big turn, particularly for the Azu in the late game. Well, I mean, it's unlikely that I'll get rid of the hazards. So we're gonna give up Cinderace here because we want no smoke with this guy. Actually, this might have been a misplay. I might die to this. Okay, if we die, so be it. I'll learn. It just struck me that I was like, oh, I can just Terra, but like I might. Oh yeah, fucking terrified. I'm gone. Oh, I lived. Okay, that's a big survival. That is a massive survival right there. He might have been Scarf then, which is why I didn't want to go to some like Goldengo or something like that. Because if he's Scarf, it puts me in a bind. I'm always going for, even if he EQs, I'm always going Goldengo here. Like I'm never letting you just spin. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? So this is big, right? Because, well, I could make it rain. If I make it rain and he EQs and kill me, make it rain. Actually, I like make it rain better than tricking here. Especially if he roaring. Is it speed roaring? Damn, this boy loves speed. Why you love speed so much, son? Sonny? Actually, Roaring Moon U-turns. He's 100% U-turning here. I might need to make a play here. Let me think. The timer, such and such. Actually, Slitherwing's positioning is better. Even if he crunches, yeah, he's U-turning. I wanted to make it rain again there. But Walking Away doesn't get the speed boost, which means that Azu can come. He doesn't even kill me. But I'll go Azu because I'm not belly jump sweeping with it. Oh, what? Hurricane, 68%. That's not good. Okay. You might risk it. But I can Shadow Ball now. Please, do not hacks. Okay, so now Shadow Ball is free, which is blessed. Because Roaring Moon took that. Now he can get Shadow Ball swept if he's not careful. Especially because he has to give up both those Torkoal and... Were you Scarfed? Well, no, he's just like, he's the only thing that can take the hit. So Roaring Moon dies to rocks plus what's his face. So if I go hard King Dengo here and he EQs, because what am I winning with at this point? His Walking Wake is spexed. So I'd lose to Specs, Hydro Steam. No, Azu will live one. Okay, so what I'll do is, because he's definitely gonna just attack me here. Even if he rapid spins, it's fine. Because he can't stop me from just Roxing again. Which is the big thing, right? He doesn't have his Hatterene anymore. So I can always just rock spam. He could go hard Walking Wake, which is a risk. But the fact that I have Rocky Helmet is a huge bit of leverage, right? So he goes Torkoal. If he loses his son and I stall him out, he could just lose to what's his face by itself. He fucking burns me. I crit him, so it is what it is. So the sun is gone. He's gonna lose to Azu if he's not careful, or back Excalibur. So since his speed, Azu, there's no way Azu's taking 56%. So because at this point, Goldengo wins with Make It Rain once I start out the sun. So is there something I'm overlooking? Slitherwing probably eats too. What's CTC stat? I have a lot of Spadef. Positionally though, Azu's that guy. So I take a hit. He'd go Great Tusk on the play rough. I don't know if I'll just play rough. It's the least drawback. If he goes Tusk, he can't kill me. And once I stall out Sun, I just wash him up with Shadow Ball. If Tusk chooses to rapid spin, then it doesn't solve the problem. I'm debating whether or not what the Sun turns. It specs. Thinking if he does get the spin off, his Roaring Moon's alive. So he sacks the Roaring Moon. Okay. So he goes to the max defense Tusk, which means that he always loses to Goldango here. So let's say EQs. So he spins, which is a waste. Because the Roaring Moon is let me think. Not the Roaring Moon, you know what I'm talking about. The Walking Wake. So we just play rough here. We would force him to EQ, and we might actually just Slither Wing him here. Funnily enough, yeah. Because now, unless there's something I'm missing, I just Flame Charge into CC. I didn't want to Slither Wing. I could Shadow Ball win. I could win with. I guess I wasn't back swinging, but Flame Charge based on the Hurricane damage. I know he has to be specs. I mean, there's no way he's doing 68 to my Azu. That's fucking unheard of. So Flame Charge into CC should do the trick. And if that doesn't do the trick, obviously Goldango does. So I don't know if he wasn't accounting for the Reacro here. There shouldn't be anything he can knock me out with. The rapid spin did a lot though, so truth be told. So I'm 391 as he forfeits. So yeah, very interesting first game. The execution could have been better. I do feel my rust coming on. Now the plus side of, so I visited Joey and CTC and Blunder. That was a fucking trip, boy. Was it a trip? It's kind of surreal now thinking back. But one good thing that came from that trip is that we were just, since CTC was always on the ladder, I'd hop on the ladder sometimes since I'm not by myself, and would just play some games with this fun team that I'll likely use in a vid coming soon, or just do like a #1 run or something like that. I won't say I've gotten like everything in the meta, but between watching his games, Blunder's games, and playing some games of my own, I have a much better understanding of what's. It's not like, oh my goodness. Now this was high ladder, so it's a little different than the 17. Well, I guess we did play some 1700 people. But I'm getting 1,600 players for some reason. So it's a little different. I didn't play anybody from this range. So it's just a different part of the ladder. But yeah, I definitely have some rust to shake. And as I mentioned, with some major projects having been wrapped up, I have the bandwidth to lock in and shake the rust again. Because like as I'm looking at the team, I'm like, okay. I have to like process it one by one. Guard Chomp. I know CTC was using Rocky Helmet, so maybe that's coming back. Serrilage, we'll see. I guess it's Flash Fire. I mean, I see both, so it's hard to say. It could be. I'm assuming Flash Fire. Gambit's pretty standard. Tusk, Mungus. I'm assuming Terra Flying Gyarados. So looking at my squadron. What can't he guard against? So let's say Slitherwing. Slitherwing bodies him for sure. I'd have to ensure that Garchomp, if it is bulky, has been weakened, and I'd have to ensure that Serrilage has been touched a little bit. If it's that bulk upset, because I'll need. Maybe not, because I just need it not to be sash. I need to get bands up or break any kind of sash, and then I bulk up and wash him. I'll have to watch out for the Terras and Gambit Sucker, but if I bulk up, that'll matter less. The Excalibur on DD washes him as well. Azu washes him as well. Well, it doesn't because he has a Mungus and I'm not Liquidation Terra Water, which would wash him. Goldango washes, Great Tusk checks everybody. So phase 1 is going to involve Phase 1, I don't see any downside of Cinder. This is Scarf. This is Scarf. I should switch. Like, you never lead. Like, why in God's name would you lead Great Tusk here? The reason I'm going to stay in here. Alright, the downside for me is if he knocks. Okay, he's not Scarf. The downside was if he knocked and I went to my Tusk, which I really did not want. I don't want my Tusk knocked because of the Rocky Helmet. It actually comes in handy. So he's knock, and I'd assume I guess I'll have to. I guess I'll take his Great Tusk with me. I mean, I do need it weakened because the thing I'm thinking about is I don't have any. Like, there's no way for me not to have it a Great Tusk matchup. He knocks again, which I'm surprised by because I was going to stay in Empire Ball. Not that it was going to do. He wasn't threatened very much, but still somewhat surprising. This allows for me to get the rocks up as we're staring down Chomp. I do need Chomp weakened for my Slithering. I don't know what kind of Chomp he is, but me going for rocks obviously helps. Actually, rocks was a misplay. Rocks was a misplay because it So what I'm thinking now, what do these Chomps run? Are they Draco still? Okay, so he is Draco. Which is good for Slithering. What I basically figured was, like, okay, I do need Tusk. I can deal with Gambit in other ways between Trick, tanking, and Encore, and Will-O-Wisp, and Slitherwing just being bulk up. So there are ways to deal with that. However, let me see, Rapid Spin, yeah. So he should just EQ, but I figured he just mindlessly rocks. And the reason that's great is because I'm 1 speed above Chomp. So me spinning there means he can't get rocks up. That's a slightly risky play. My Tusk is that nigga, so it's like, you know what I mean? But this is phenomenal because even if he tries to spin spam, this guy's lost his mind. He's truly lost. All mind, all credibility gone. Yeah, bro's really lost it. Bro's really knocking off. He's the mono knockoff Great Tusk. He doesn't believe in Earthquake. But I don't see any setup that he could potentially possess that I'm not aware of. Yeah. Because if this is Terra Flying, because I always hard Golden Go, it covers for Sub and Dragon Dance. I'll always Trick. I'm timid, yeah, okay. I'll always Trick because it covers for any say DDs again. Yeah, this is the part where his soul, like the forfeit there, soul shrunk where he's like, yo, just no match. But nah. Even if I didn't have Trick, there are several ways to deal with that. I could Terra there. I could Terra eventually. I could go hard backs, Dragon Dance. I mean, Terra Dragon Glaive Rush. I could just not Terra an Icicle Spear. Glaive Rush with one shot. And then, you know, other Terras, Azu takes a hit. There are several ways to deal with that. But obviously going hard Golden Go was the best play because Golden Go wasn't required for me to win. Very, very odd game. More so from the Great Tusk. The Chomp didn't shock me. Like what he did with the Chomp, it wasn't shocking. I haven't seen Draco Chomp in a while, so I need to get back onto the trends. The trends, I tell you. Like what's trendy right now. So very cool looking team. Let's see. This guy is around where I am. Yeah, cool. So you should put me in this 1800s, and then the alt decays as I proceed to never use it again for another 9 days. Cinderosa is amazing, but more so Slitherwing, right? Slitherwing's gonna be that guy. He's that guy in this game. Bulk of Wing just washes, bro, for real. So I'm going to aim to sweep with that because this is likely gonna be our last game. I could also wash him up with Excalibur. I could also wash him up with Young Azumarill. I could also wash him up. No, Golden Go is not washing him up because all Moth these days seem to be speed boost, unless you're CTC. Oh yeah, Cinderace can't burn fucking Excalibur. I haven't used Will-O-Wisp Cinderace ever. This is my first time using it. Tusk kept at the utmost for Gambino, so I'll have to rocks. I'll have to rocks to ensure that if that Excalibur is feeling himself and making the decision to come in repeatedly, that he doesn't do so without consequences. So I'm gonna set up for the Slitherwing sweep, and in order for me to do that, I need Dragonite gone, or I need to bulk up. People mindless Team Scarlet, so I'm not overly concerned about that. I could Dragon Dance. This puts him in a bind depending on what his set is. If I DD and he doesn't taunt, I could crush him right now on lead. I see U-turn, which does indicate most likely Choice Scarf, as he Gambinos. I'm too big of an issue. He's 100% iron hitting. This guy. Okay, so that gives me a lot of insight as to the type of player he is. The fact that he U-turn does imply that he's likely choiced. And the way he played the first turn, he's going to go for anything but Flower Trick there. Now, that wasn't, even if he Flower Tricked, because I was a fucking Great Tusk, and I said I wanted rocks badly. I needed them rocks badly for the Gambino, for the Excalibur. This is a blessed situation to be in. Unfortunately, I did lose my Rocky helmet, and he's going to Tusk here. But as I said, the Slither, I'm debating whether or not it's worth going for the knock into his Tusk and 1v1ing his Tusk. Tusk isn't that important. So what I'll do instead is Excalibur. He actually leaves it in, or he's not choiced. Okay, so he's not choiced. Good to know. Good to know. Is it better to Icicle Spear here? If he knocks me, Icicle Spear might not kill him. If I Glaive Rush, I'm gonna Glaive Rush instead. Actually, yeah, it's foolish knockoff. Because if he knocked, my loaded dice wouldn't let me kill him. A complete waste of a Miarskirata. I don't understand why people play Miarskirata, so I'm gonna have to do. I may not talk about it. I'm just gonna execute on it because so many times I watch people use certain mons, and there's literally no thought process. Miarskirata is annoying as shit. Yes, Excalibur fucks you up. Maybe he's like, okay, Bax fucks me up to the umpteenth degree. So much so that I'm shook. And I want no smoke with this guy. None. So Fiery Dance coming my way. He may Sludge Wave. What I'm thinking about is Le Azul Maria. I may force a Terra. Does he get the boost? He does not. Because well, if he stays in, no, I do want the Aqua Jet damage. Because what it's gonna allow us for, he never Fiery Dance if he stays in and does, because he doesn't have any switch into this. If he chooses to stay in and go for the KO, or chooses to Terra so that he survives the Jet, what that'll do is allow my Cinderace to come in and revenge kill him, and then he'll already have committed his Terra, right? So that's the route you went. Is it Sludge Wave? Yeah, okay. And what I was saying is that forces the Terra. Use this booster. I don't have to worry about Terra on anything else, which opens up Slitherwing. I lost two pretty important mons, but I want no smoke with this guy's fucking Iron Moth. Like that's not somebody I want smoke with. He poisons me. Annoying, but we'll see. We'll see. Because what likely now happen is that I'm staring down Great Tusk, but he's gonna attack me. I mean, he may go backs. He may go hard backs, which is gonna put me in an awkward spot because it may force me to. Actually, I don't think I even want to tear my Slither. Actually, yeah, it was Great Tusk, which is what I figured. But I was like, we might go backs, truth be told. So the Wisp on Tusk here is great for a couple different reasons. Assuming I connect, right? It allows me to keep Cinderace. And re-Tusk up. Let me do I keep Cinderace here and get the free bulk up? Actually, let's do that. So I rocks, he goes backs, and it's a little trickier. I'm gonna use. Oh fuck! I forgot. He might knock though. He stealth rocks. So I did not expect though. Rocks helps though, especially because I haven't terrored. My helmet was knocked. Because he doesn't know my set. So if he's not careful, I could beat his backs. And since I haven't terrored, I 2 a KO if he tries to icicle spear. So he does go backs. With the rapid spin damage plus the EQ damage, he's washed. So he's icicle spearing. And he is... This could be a roll. I need to be careful. My best player is to rapid spin. My best player is to rapid spin. I'm glad that I paused and thought about that too. I don't think +1 ice shard can kill me. If spear did that little. In case he DDs, he swords dances. Fuck. I got a Terra. No, I don't. I can just go Goldango. Problem is that if I go Goldango, I'm gonna be careful about his Dragonite. Because obviously Slitherwing beats the majority of his team. But if I'm not careful, so if I go Goldango, he goes Gambit. I could Terra Steel here, eat it. Then he'd have to go to Great Tusk. Is there an upside to terroring my fucking Slitherwing? There's not. I'll just knock this out actually. I think positionally I'll be better off. Because he can't go to anything but Tusk, which I want. I want Tusken versus Slitherwing. I forgot that my Cinderace would still be faster than his Tusk. So what I should have done versus Tusk was just staying and gone for Pyro Ball or something like that. So yeah, here comes Tusk. Thinking, is it better to keep Cinderace for the potential Will-O-Wisp on the Gambit? So they say spin spams here. EQ'd. Probably could have rocks, but on the odd chance he's banned, I don't think it will matter. Because Slitherwing should outspeed everybody anyway, so the bulk up is all that matters. The bulk up is really important for Gambit. I don't think he'd ever hard Dragonite because one, he's not expecting bulk up. Yeah. We bulk up again, right? Now AD nice. If he has fucking Hurricane, I'll be pissed. Okay, I figured as much. We just acro. E-Speed should be the best he has. He might 5 Fire Punch too. But we just acro here. Extreme Speed is the best he has, right? And so Slitherwing cleans up. Which I figured again, but you know, we want to play this as close as we can. As bulk up Slitherwing saves Lede. It doesn't take us to 1800 actually. And probably some, if I were to review this, there probably, you know, a couple of turns. My big thing with the Cinderace turn was that I was not 100% certain if there was no counterplay that I'm not aware of. Meaning Cinderace versus Tusk, because he still had the backs. I mean, I'd have to bulk up and flame charge, but he'd leave the Tusk in the first turn because there's nothing he has to switch in on that. So I could get the flame charge off on the Tusk that turn. If I bulk first, he's going to switch the next turn because he's like, oh shit, he's about to set up. But if I flame charge first, then he's going to stay in twice and I'll get a speed boost and a defense boost. And he would have been burned, so he's not doing any damage. So that would have given me an immediately +2 and a +1 speed, which would have been a wrap. And the reason that's important is because I don't want him to be able to E-Speed and Sucker Punch win. I didn't expect him to be SD backs either. My rapid spin play was best because if he Dragon Dance, I still outspeed. I don't think Ice Shard should ever be run on DD, but I don't think I would have died from 35. Maybe. Again, Icicle Spear. They got 4 hits and did nothing. I still had Terra in hand, so I could have used that. And looking at it, I didn't need my Terra anyway. My worst case scenario would have been had I Earthquake, T Dragon Dance, lived, and then I have to Terra hoping he goes for the ice move. But if he like rogue EQs, then I just lose, right? So I'm actually really pleased with that. Anyway, hopefully y'all enjoyed this showing. The team will be in the description down below. And I'll see your beautiful faces tomorrow. Peace.